Welcome to Space to Ground. I'm Chelsea Bayarte. Last week, 2 astronauts completed a spacewalk by going outside of the International Space Station. And of course, when an astronaut goes outside, they can't just open the door. So they use what's known as an airlock. And when an experiment needs to go out, the space station actually has a mini version called a payload airlock. So come on, let's go take a tour. This is the Japanese experiment module, better known as the GEM. First, let's check out the pressurized module. It's a room inside the International Space Station about the size of a tour bus, and it's a place for astronauts to conduct scientific experiments. Here in the lab, you'll find racks full of experiments all along the walls for crew members to work on throughout the day. At the end of the room is the GEM airlock. Through this chamber, astronauts can move experiments from the inside to the outside of the space station, and then astronauts can use a robotic arm to mount these experiments onto a platform out into the vacuum of space without actually having to go outside themselves. This platform has been home to a number of experiments from different scientific fields over the years. Some experiments have collected data on cosmic rays, while others have looked at air pollution in the Earth's atmosphere. These experiments can be exposed to the space environment for years at a time and easily be swapped out using the Japanese experiment module's airlock. Sometimes researchers don't want their experiment to sit outside of the space station. In some cases, they prefer their small satellites flying free around the Earth. A satellite could hitch a ride into orbit on a rocket launching from Earth, or an astronaut can install a CubeSat deployer to be sent out through the GEM airlock and picked up by GEM's robotic arm. The arm can then point away from the space station and deploy the small satellites into a safe orbit around the Earth. Researchers have more control because they can choose the best time to deploy their satellite without having to wait for a rocket launch. The astronaut can also look them over and make sure they're not damaged before their release. Most of the small satellites and the other experiments inside the GEM came to the space station aboard a cargo spacecraft. These freighters routinely deliver supplies to the space station. And just this week, the Progress 83 cargo ship launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, carrying thousands of pounds of supplies. That's Space to Ground for this week. Thanks for watching. You can keep up with the science and more by following @ISS Research on Twitter. See you next week.